Princess Gloria Akobundu, National Coordinator and Chief Executive Officer, African Union Development Agency New Partnership for Africa's Development and African Peer Review Mechanism Nigeria, has commended Harmony Fund PLC for supporting the federal government in the fight against COVID-19 pandemic in the country. Akobundu gave the commendation in Abuja while receiving the donation of 100 mattresses presented by Chief Henry Iko, Chief Executive Officer of the company. She commended the company for the donation, which would be handed over to the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19.
African Union Development Agency, AUDA-NEPAD, is not just poverty alleviation as a mandate, but creating means of taking the poor people out of that poverty. And what that means, this is a sample of it, where you get the technical people, the skills, harmonizing skill for economic growth and job creation. If we use a platform like AUDA-NEPAD to harness talents we have in Nigeria, it's enough to produce and export. And we are proud of these harmonic firms because they've led by example. And we encourage the PPP, public-private partnership. We've been advocating for that. All we need is the technical know-how. Yes, we can partner with the foreigners on the technical aspect of it. TTT, train the trainers and then take over. That's it. In the time of COVID-19, who would have come to give Nigeria? So it's what you have that you leverage on. So we have our own people. Look at even the masks. Most of the masks in the market is produced locally. Ventilators now are being produced. So meaning this has really made us to think out of the box. And we need to sustain it. There's a national task force that is chaired by Secretary to the Government of the Federation, and it's coming to his office as well. So we'll report back to them and make sure it gets to them for the usage immediately. Because we need it. All hands now is working together to take Nigeria out of this menace.
Earlier in his address, Harmony Fund's boss reiterated the need for all Nigerians to support the federal government to contain the pandemic.
I'm giving the federal government this donation because of the COVID-19 pandemic that has been terrorizing the whole world. This is our little token to support the federal government for onward distribution to the sick people, basically for the hospital. It's not only for the federal government to fight it. The federal government cannot fight this war alone. Every Nigerian should put hands together in supporting the federal government so that we can fight this pandemic to a logical conclusion.